Yo guys, what is going on? Got some more EX3 gameplay for you guys. Showing off Yellow Hybrid over on the left. One of my favorite decks from, well, back in the BT7 format, I guess. I really like Yellow Purple Hybrid. Of course, the deck was super broken, so definitely deserved to get hit. And over on the right, my friend is going to be playing Grandracmon. This deck is very cool. It's one of the only decks that really takes use like of the actual like trash, like summoning back from trash. Like of course that's just the whole like thing ingrained in the purple archetype, kind of just utilizing the trash, having effects from the trash, etc. But there's not really a deck that like lets you digivolve from the trash. So that's what I think is really cool about the deck. Just the problem is that it's really slow and not a lot of the cards really do a whole lot. But anyways, our opponent is going to pass it over to me, and we're going to make the Shakuamon, aka the bootleg Jet Selfie Monohome. So we are going to evolve that for 4, which is just so much, but like it's fine. We're playing against a rogue deck anyways, and we're just going to recover on up to 6. Shakuamon does have some sort of like restriction on the recovering though. Like it doesn't just let you recover whenever. You basically have to be at 5 or fewer security. So basically just makes it a little bit more balanced and doesn't let me go to like 7 or 8. But regardless, we are going to be able to swing with the Matadormon, and then he's going to use the Gabumon effect to draw 1, discard 1, discarding the Dexdorugoramon, and then hitting a card in security is going to be the Chaos Degradation, putting the Matador on the bottom of the security stack, and then gaining a memory due to Kari, passing turn over to me at 1 memory. That's totally fine. Being at 1 memory is okay, because I can just play the TK for 4, and then pass it over to my opponent, grab the Patamon from the security stack, recovering 1. We've got some plays for next turn, and our opponent is sitting at 3 memory. So with just the Dracmon on field, not sure he's going to be able to do too much this turn. Probably just want to start another stack. The basic goal of the deck is to kind of get into the Grandracmon. He's level 6 Digimon, and he basically lets you for free, like at the end of attack, you like get to evolve something for free from your trash. You've got really cool stuff that like works well with that sort of mechanic, like the Dexdorumon line, like the Doriga and the Dexdorugray. And so our opponent is just going to evolve Gabumon, swing with the Dracmon, which is super unfortunate, hitting a TK Izzy, and then playing the Mat for a cost of 4 to put him to 3 memory, so he's not memory choked, and then grabbing a +1 from the trash. So start of our turn, we will start with 4 memory, because TK Izzy counts the number of level 5 or higher Digimon, and it gives you +1 based on who has one. And our opponent was trying to put back a security card, because he's like, oh bro, like I for some reason I have 6 security. I think I messed up at the start of the game. I was like, no, remember we chaos deck, because the security effect doesn't actually like trash a card. Like generally when you play for mana, it's an equal exchange, because you like put 1 underneath, trash the top, but from security your opponent just ends up healing. So we're just going to start swinging. Swing with the Zephyrmon, and then going to evolve into Sakuya, which definitely doesn't really do a whole lot against this deck. But I guess the -3 sec attack is nice. It's just really good against a lot of other strategies in the meta right now. So Dracmon once again is going to be able to, I think he adds a undead or dark animal, and then trashes like another one of the same type. So simultaneously searches out your pieces and then sets up your trash. So we are going to be able to grab the Dexdorugamon, digivolving for a cost of 3. He can then use the effect to like discard to gain a memory, but there's no point because I'm going to start at 3 regardless because of TK, and then no retaliation blocker because we were not digivolved from the trash. So Sakuyamon is just going to swing into security, hitting the Sand Gloop, and then Zephyrmon once again is going to check into security. Not dying a second time is super unfortunate for my opponent. Really good for me. We're just going to play another TK. I am going to put my opponent to 1, but I can definitely then just tap the Kari to gain back a memory, since a security was removed from my security stack. So we can pass the security pass the turn rather by recovering into our security with the Shakuamon. So Shakuamon still really strong, I think. Like evolving for 4 is unfortunate, but like if you're going to 0 and then putting them in 4 versus putting them in 3, it's like not the biggest deal. It's just really there to just fill the gap that Jet Sylphimon left behind. You either have to play that or like an Andromon or whatever. So anyways, we are going to swing with the Matador, and then we did use the I think the effect of the Sanglutmon lets you like evolve into a dark animal when attacking, so we get to evolve into the Grandrac, and then we get to then digivolve, or sorry, on evolve play a, I think it's a level 3 or just level 3 purple. It might have to be like specific typing, but the card will be on screen. But we get to play the Dracmon from the trash, and then get the on play, of course, and then the attack then connects, hitting into the Sakuyamon, and then at the end of attack, we then get to resolve his effect to digivolve one of our Digimon into a guy from trash. So we then get to evolve into the Dex Doruga for free. And then drawing one off of that, and then he can then use the effect to discard to gain a memory if we would so choose. So we are just going to discard that to trigger the Skull Belluchimon, I believe his name is, because then when he's discarded from the trash via an effect, you can then digivolve again from the trash. So then we're going to digivolve into him for a cost of 3. That one unfortunately requires you to like pay the cost. So then we are going to put me to 4. And then we've got the Retaliation blocker stack from the Dex Doruga. So pretty strong stuff. But unfortunately, it's just going to be met with a Rapidmon, suspending the 2 Digimon on field, and then minus 5k to everything. So the Dracmon is going to die. Belluchi sitting at 2,000. Not going to attack into since he has Retaliation, though I guess I could swing with the Rapidmon and then Armor Purge afterwards. But we are going to hit into the Dex Doruga Armor Purge. And then swing Shakumon into the security here. I definitely could clear his board, so I think in that sense I'm going to just attack into the Grandrac because it is 7,000. I was looking at the Matador because it does have an attack boost, but I think it's just until the end of that turn, not until the end of the next turn. So I'm going to attack over that, clearing his board, and then playing the Zoe, revealing the Kazemon there, and then just grabbing that to go into some hybrids for the next turn. Our opponent will start at 3, so he's still got his level 5 there on the field, and then we're going to digivolve the Dracmon in the back. A Death X or something would be really crazy here, but instead we're just going to go Creepymon, digivolve for 3. And then since I've got 2 or more, since I've got 2 Digimon on field, he will mill 4. And since he milled 2 or more, I think it's you mill 4. You have to basically mill 4 to do it, and then basically just play back a level 5 or lower purple Digimon, and then it does get its on play, so that's really cool. No Lucamon or anything in the trash, so we're just going to be able to bring back like a Dex Doruga, being able to play that out for free, and then hitting the Shakumon there, and then probably just evolving into like another level 5, yeah, so digivolving into Dex Doruga, and then when digivolving you can discard to gain a memory, but then I'm checking here for a little bit because I thought it popped a level 4 lower, but I think that's only when it's like digivolve from the trash or digivolve over a Doruga. But we are going to just use the first effect to gain a memory, and then just discard the Skull Belluchi guy again, and he's really good. Like, he's one of the strongest cards in the deck, because then we can evolve into Dex Dorugoramon. Again, for its cost is like, it's really fair, because like you're not cheating out memory, you're just basically like skipping 2 steps or like evolving twice in like the time you would normally for 1. So since it was evolved from the trash, you get to delete, I think it's like lowest level or play cost or one of those. There's too many like spread cards, I can't keep track of which one's which, but the card will be on screen, of course, and it's just going to kill the Patamon. But the problem is you put me to 8 memory, and now I can just evolve a Kazemon for 2. And start doing some hybrid shenanigans, looking at my trash a little bit here. And then we're not Retaliation blocker since he played the Dex Doruga this turn. Or I guess previous turn he didn't digivolve it. So we're just going to Kazemon swing, Zephyrmon swing. Checking to the security cards, but I don't think I had another hybrid at this point, which is super unfortunate because I could have definitely closed out the game. Counting the yellow tamers and hybrids in my trash, if you guys know, you know. For a certain level 7. So just thinking about what else we can do to deal with the Creepymon and the Dex Doruga. But realistically, like another problem with the Dracmon deck is that you really don't have too much aggro. Now here, I definitely could have, I think I could have gamed him. I think in my hand I had a Zoe, so I should have just like Zoe'd and looked at my security stack. I guess I didn't know what was in my security stack or if there was a hybrid, but at that point I was going for game, so I might as well have. So I should have played Zoe and then tapped the Kari afterwards to gain a memory. I would have been at 2, and then I could have evolved I think I grabbed Zephyr. One of the hybrids I just grabbed back on top of the TK. Ignore that. And then I could have gone for a game. So I think I could have played that a little bit differently, but I guess I wasn't really thinking too much about that. TK's good enough, and I'm not really scared of dying. Purple doesn't really have too many aggro plays, so we are just going to Creepymon mill. And I think he gains like 3,000 or something. We can also like draw one, trash one, and then hitting the Zoe here. Of course, being able to use the Skullbluchimon effect as well. That'll trigger before the security check, so we can then Digivolve into something for its cost. So gonna Digivolve into the Sangloopmon. This guy's a really pivotal inherited. It's basically the one that we're using to Digivolve when attacking. Kind of that X antibody effect, but just basically for like the dark animal, kind of like undead archetype. So we're going to Digivolve that, and then going to go Dex Doruga into the Kazumon here, just trying to clear the board a little bit. But I will start at least with 4 memory because of the TK Izzy, and then the TK's on my field. So I could definitely double hybrid him if he doesn't set up a couple of blockers. So we're just going to inlog, try to dig a little bit more. Not seeing the pieces we need. I wonder if he could have... he might have been able to go into the Dex Doruga there to set up 1 retaliation blocker. But again, I have the Salamon as well, so I could have like promoted it. Maybe even just like swung it like into security, and then if he blocks it, I still have hybrids, or I could have like Rapidmon or something. So he'd really have to set up like 2 to 3 blockers. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I had the Susan in my hand as well, but that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I think the Grandracmon deck is really fun, albeit a little bit slow. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.